you mean there was a woman in the car with him?
He was found in his car with a woman. When they were found, neither of them were wearing bottoms or underwear. It seems as though the two of them were doing it in the car.
I knew he was cheating on me.
Trouble Busters!
My name's Heather. I live with my husband Andy and our son Kevin. We live our lives together quite peacefully.
Mom, you're always so busy working as a nurse and always looking after Dad and I. Thanks for always making delicious food for us.
I love doing so it's totally okay. Thank you for always eating the food I make.
Can I ask you a favor, Mom?
Is that why you praised my cooking and hard work just now?
You really are something, aren't you, Kevin?
I'm learning from the best, especially from that period drama about olden day soldiers and their ways of getting what they want. Anyway, what I wanted to ask you, Mom, was if I could put a surveillance camera in our backyard.
Why would you want to put a surveillance camera in the backyard, though?
I want to learn more about the flora and fauna around this area.
You're that interested in animals and plants?
Yes, Mom, I want to learn more about them and their behaviors. That way I don't have to always rely on the two of you to answer all my questions about living things.
Well, Kevin, you really think about the bigger picture all the time, don't you? You know you don't have to call us the two of you yet. You can still call us your mom and dad. After all, you're still quite young and there's no need for you to grow up so quickly.
Okay. What about the camera, though? Can we put one up?
Andy, what do you think about it?
What do you say, Dad? Please, Dad, I really want to put one up.
I get it that you really want one, Kevin. But what exactly are you going to research about in terms of flora and fauna?
I'll look into the behaviors and changes that occur in the animals, plants, and insects that are in and out and around our backyard. For all seasons, spring, summer, fall, winter. That way I'll be able to know more about the land that we live on. After all, our house is our castle. Therefore, it's our duty to know all that there is to know about the land that we inhabit. I like to take it upon myself to find out everything I can about the land we live on, and then tell both you, Dad, and Mom about all the findings I come up with. That's why I really want...
Okay, Kevin, we get it. We'll put a surveillance camera in our backyard for you.
Thank you so much, Mom.
Andy, it's okay to let Kevin do this, right? After all, it seems like he would benefit greatly from being able to do this research for himself.
But doesn't it seem like it's gonna be expensive to put a camera up?
But we have the money to be able to do so. You know I work, so we've got savings. I guess if we put up a camera, it'll help us to keep our house safe as well, so that's good.
But still!
Dad, please. This is for our beloved castle of a house. I even wrote this paper on why I want to put up a surveillance camera. Please, Dad, please read it. I think after you do so, you'll finally come around to understanding why we should put a camera up.
You wrote a paper about it? Wow, Kevin. You really are serious about this, aren't you?
I know that when you're giving a presentation, it's important to do your research properly and to prepare everything you think you might need beforehand.
Come on, Andy, you really can't say no anymore, can you?
Okay, fine. I'll go get you a surveillance camera from the electronics store next weekend then.
Oh, but Dad, it'll be faster if you just buy it online, so could you do that today?
Wow, Kevin, you really have everything planned out, don't you? I got it. I'll buy it online later today then.
Kevin, your camera's here.
Is it a high-spec camera like I asked for?
It looks like it. I got the highest quality camera I could find. Apparently it picks up sound too.
Thanks, Dad. Can we put it up in our backyard straight away?
With this, we put the surveillance camera in our backyard, and since that day, a few days went by.
Mom, where's Dad?
Dad's not back from the office yet. Is there something you wanted to talk to him about?
I just wanted him to change the location of the camera outside. There's a pigeon that made its nest on the camera, and I'm worried that the camera's going to break because of it.
Oh, really? Wow, there really is a pigeon making its nest on the camera. But if it's just about changing the position of the camera, then I can do that for you, Kevin.
Yay! Then you can move it to the front of the house near the entrance? If there's a camera there, then I think it'll be harder for pigeons to find it again.
Okay, got it.
Oh, and when you're moving it, Mom, could you try and not disturb the nest?
Of course, Kevin. So with this, we decided to move the camera to the front of the house. After that, one day...
I'm home!
Welcome back. Do you want dinner first or a bath? Or to spend time with me?
I'll have a bath first.
Why does he smell like perfume? He never puts on any cologne or anything, and it smelled more like a woman's perfume than men's cologne just now. What's this receipt that you dropped?
Wait, that's mine!
You bought a Gucci bag for $1,300?
I bought that for a client.
Why would you have to buy a Gucci bag for your client, though?
Well, you see, one of my clients is a woman, and she told me the other day she really likes Gucci. So I got her this bag so that the work we do together would go smoothly. Buying our clients presents is a great way to make sure that nothing sours between our two companies.
Really? It kind of sounds like you just made that story up. You smell like woman's perfume right now, too. Are you cheating on me, Andy?
There's no way I'd cheat on you, Heather. I just need that receipt back so I can claim the expenses for my company later.
You better.
I know, I will. I'm tired from just getting back to work, so please don't say such ridiculous things to me right now.
But you know, Andy, before we got married, you did cheat on me once before, right? It's not too far-fetched for me to think that it might happen again.
Come on, Heather, that was in the past. And who's to say you've never cheated on me?
How dare you suspect me of cheating on you? That came absolutely out of nowhere, and there's no way I'd do such a thing.
But you're a nurse after all. And we all know that nurses often have affairs with doctors. It really wouldn't surprise me all that much if you were cheating on me with a doctor at the hospital you work at.
Seriously, Andy? That's such a crazy thing to say. Ugh! Can't believe what you're saying to me right now. After that, we kept on arguing for a little while longer, but Andy kept on saying that he had done nothing to be suspicious about. A few days later, after our argument, what's Andy doing out walking alongside a woman I don't know? They seem like they're quite close. Who is she? After seeing him like this, it seems like he might truly be cheating on me again. Should I ask Andy who this woman was that he was walking with this afternoon? But what if it was just his business partner or something? Then we'll end up having a fight again, and I don't want that. It really might have just been a coworker of his that he was with. Seriously? Did you see how close they were to each other? There's no way that was just a coworker of his. Did you see her bag? She was holding a Gucci bag. That was probably the bag that he bought for her. Do you really need any more evidence? It's so obvious that he's cheating on you. Hurry up and make him confess to what he's done already. But you fought with him just the other day. Do you really want to have another argument? There's no hard evidence that he's doing anything bad either. How close they were to each other and that Gucci bag are enough evidence of them seeing each other. Them standing close to each other can come down to them just being friendly with each other, and she might have just so happened to own a Gucci bag. I really don't think you should do anything rash, Heather. But if you really can't let this go, then at least get some hard evidence about Andy's possible cheating before saying anything to him. You're a real pushover, aren't you? Get off of me! Stop hurting me! After having seen Andy walking down the street with a mysterious woman, I decided to talk to him about it that night. I waited for him to come home from work, but he didn't come home at the usual time he comes home.
Dad's not home yet?
He's not. He's usually home around this time, but not yet tonight. How strange. It's strange that it's so late, yet he's not home yet, and that he won't answer his phone or call me back. I can't stay up waiting for him anymore. I'm too sleepy. Oh, my phone's ringing. Is it Andy calling me? Hello?
Hello? This is the police. Are you Andy's family? His wife, possibly?
Why is the police calling me? Yes, I'm Andy's wife.
Your husband, Andy, had been in an accident in the mountains. He was severely hurt and he's unconscious right now.
What?
We'll tell you the name of the hospital he's been taken to. Would you be able to make your way over there as soon as possible?
Of course. By the time I got the phone call from the police, it already was early morning. I left Kevin with my neighbors and rushed over to the hospital. Excuse me, I'm Andy's wife. Do you know what happened to my husband?
As far as we can tell, it seems as though your husband had his car parked far into the mountains. And a bear appeared and seemed to have pushed your husband's car off the cliff that was parked on. After sunrise, a local man in the area came across your husband's car. There was also a woman in the car with your husband, but she had already passed away by the time we got to them.
My husband was in the mountains and a bear appeared out of nowhere? What do you mean there was a woman in the car with him?
He was found in his car with a woman. When they were found, neither of them were wearing bottoms or underwear. It seems as though the two of them were doing it in the car.
I knew he was cheating on me. Can't believe that of all the places he'd been doing unspeakable things with that other woman in our family car.
Excuse me, are you the wife of the man that was in the car with a woman?
Yes, and who exactly are you?
I'm the husband of the woman that your husband was found with. My wife was working at the same company your husband was working at.
Oh, I see. So it seems as though Andy wasn't cheating on me with a client. He was seeing a woman that worked in the same company as him.
I really don't know what I should say right now, but I feel as though I should apologize on behalf of my wife.
Please, you don't have to. I heard that your wife passed away. I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you for your kind words. It all happened so fast, I'm still trying to wrap my head around everything. I didn't know my wife was cheating on me until now. So that was shocking to find out. But I also think what happened with her was what she had brought upon herself. I hope your husband is able to come out of his coma.
Thank you. A week after the accident, Andy came out of his coma. When he came to, both mine and Andy's parents were there with him in the hospital. He finally woken up.
Yeah, I'm sorry for worrying you all.
I'll forgive you for all you've done if you sign these papers.
What? You want me to sign divorce papers? But I really wasn't cheating on you, I swear! The woman I was in the car with was my client! We were on a drive together, talking about work!
Really? The man who found the both of you specifically stated that when he found the two of you, neither of you were wearing any bottoms or underwear, though. Why would that be, huh? There's no way you weren't cheating on me. And there's no way this isn't ending with us getting divorced.
The reason why neither of us had any pants on was because of the impact of falling off the cliff! I can't believe you're accusing me of doing such horrible things to you! After all, I'm still in so much physical pain! Andy, you're the only bad person in all of this right now.
Exactly. Stop trying to get out of admitting that you were cheating on Heather already. Even if we go to court to get divorced, I'm willing to do so.
But Heather, even if it did turn out that Andy really did cheat on you, don't you think that's partly your fault?
Why would that be the case? Maybe you weren't able to fulfill your duty as his wife.
Exactly! If you were a fully committed wife to Andy, then he wouldn't have had to even think about cheating on you.
How dare you say such ridiculous things? I did everything that I could for Andy. Even though I was busy with my own work, I still did everything I could for him at home.
Because of this accident, Andy won't be able to walk anymore. Don't you think that now is the time to take on your role as his supportive wife and support him through this hard time in his life?
Exactly. After all, you're a nurse, too. Therefore, you should be doing everything you can now to make sure that Andy is looked after properly.
And you keep saying Andy here cheated on you. But where's the hard proof of that?
Well, I don't have any.
If you don't have any proof of him doing such a thing to you, there's no way that you could benefit from getting divorced from him, you know.
I'm already in shock from Andy having cheated on me again, but on top of that, why do I have to be ganged up on by his parents, too? I don't want to have to look after him, especially now that I know he became the way he is now because he was cheating on me. Only I had undeniable proof of him having had cheated on me. But how would I go about finding such a thing?
Mom, the camera you moved to the entrance of the house fell to the ground.
Oh, I didn't realize.
I think the same pigeon from before tried to make another nest on the camera again, and because of the weight of it, it fell. I saw some footage of the pigeon on the camera footage. That's how I know.
Oh, you're right. We tried to hide it from the pigeon, but I guess it was smarter than we thought it would be and found out again. But I'm happy it didn't break.
It's good that we got a proper one for you that wouldn't break after one fall. There was actually something else on the camera footage that I thought I should tell you about.
What? No way! Hello? Who are you? Oh, I see. Okay. Together with the footage that Kevin had shown me and the sudden phone call I got from that person, I had everything in order I needed to finally put Andy in his place. Can't get away with having hurt and ruined our family. I have no other choice but to be the one to bring justice to the situation. There's no way he's getting away with what he's done. Troublebusters.
Heather, have you finally come around to accepting to look after Andy?
No, there's no way I'll be looking after Andy from here on out. How dare you keep saying that? You have to remember that it's partly your fault, too, that Andy's like this now.
Exactly! My life is mine to run, and your life is also mine to run! How dare you think you can get out of looking after me for the rest of your life?
There's someone I need you to all meet today. Please come in.
Nice to meet you all. Who's that man?
He's the now widowed husband of the woman you had been seeing.
What? How dare you bring such a person here?
There's no point in you being here, as there's no evidence of my son having an affair with your wife. There's no way you're getting any money from us for damages. The truth is, the two of us are dating now.
What? I was in great shock for having lost my wife in the accident, but it was Heather that was there to comfort me through such difficult times. Because we were both victims of having been cheated on by our spouses, we got along quite well from the get-go. And with that, we decided to start seeing each other. No way! Heather and I are still married! How dare you take my wife from me like this? You cheater! It's true that I've stolen your wife from you now, but it couldn't have been helped, seeing as we simply fell for each other. How dare you say such things, you imbecile!
The hospital I work at found out that I've been seeing someone other than my husband, and they didn't like that, so I'm most probably going to be fired from my nursing job now. But Andy, you still don't want to get divorced from me, right? I'll agree to not get divorced from you if you can promise to look after both of us financially from now on.
What? None of that makes any sense, though!
Because you're also at fault for me having cheated on you. So you have to take responsibility for that and be the breadwinner of the house now.
There's no way I can do that, though! After all, I can't walk freely anymore!
Exactly, he can't do it, and also how dare you make it his fault that you cheated on him?
If you're gonna get fired from the hospital you work at now, then just hurry up and go find another hospital you can work at. Then you can look after me like you're supposed to.
Do you think it seems fair at all to make it partly Heather's fault that Andy cheated, whereas the responsibility of Heather having cheated on Andy solely lies on Heather alone?
That really doesn't seem fair at all. Bye. It's a wife's responsibility to best support her husband.
Oh, that's right. I nearly forgot. I brought hard proof that you indeed had been cheating on me, Andy.
Oh no!
Let's have a look at the footage from this camera here.
How is it you got hands on such footage of me? That camera should have been in our backyard. How is it that it wasn't? I made sure to bring her to the house without being seen by the camera.
While you were out working, Kevin asked me to move the camera to the front of the house. He said that he wanted the camera to be hidden. I guess we did our job a little too well for you. There's undeniable evidence of you with that woman you were seeing on here. Kevin noticed it and brought it to my attention.
Kevin did such a thing?
I'm planning on filing for divorce with this footage as clear evidence of what you've done. You'll definitely have to pay for damages you've caused, so you better be ready for that.
Same here. I'll be needing you to pay me for the damages you've caused me as well. Why do we have to pay for your loss, though? Of course you have to! Because of what happened with your son, I lost my wife! You have no idea just how horrible it was to have to go through such an ordeal!
Exactly. Andy is still alive after all of this, but this man here is never going to be able to see his wife ever again.
Yeah, but Heather, you'll also see someone else. So don't you feel as though at least now you've also made a bad decision in terms of respecting this marriage of yours? Exactly! You can't act like you're simply the victim in all this. Now I can confidently say I'm also the victim here!
Seriously, Andy? How could you even for a second believe that I'd ever cheat on you? After all, I'm nothing like you. You should have known that I was lying about being with this man here all along. We just decided to act like we'd gotten together in order to show you all how ridiculous it was that you were trying to put the blame for you having cheated on me.
You can say that all you want, but how can we know for sure that you're not really cheating on Andy?
Exactly, you're probably cheating on Andy for real. If you think that's the case, then please give me hard proof that I am indeed cheating on Andy. Just like I did to prove that Andy was guilty of having cheated on me.
That's right! We should at least stay together for Kevin! It'd be better for him to have both of his parents present in his life. Kevin's smart, so if he realizes that I'm out of his life, he'll think that I was the one that abandoned him. And he'll be traumatized about that for the rest of his life.
There's no need for you to worry about Kevin. He fully understands that you cheated on me. Therefore, he wouldn't even think that you simply abandoned him. He knows that what you did was unforgivable for our family.
No way! Kevin, you want all three of us to live together forever, like we've been doing so far, right?
I can't agree to that, Dad. I think you ought to be kicked out of our home for having cheated on Mom. Mom and I don't need you anymore in our lives.
No! Heather, please, won't you think things over properly? There's no way that my wife and I will be able to keep looking after Andy like this for the rest of our lives.
Exactly. As you can see, we're already considered to be elderly people. There's no way we'd be able to look after someone else. We're only just getting by simply by looking after ourselves.
We'll even pay you for looking after him. So please, look after Andy for us.
Please don't get divorced from Andy. We apologize for our attitude up until now. Nope, sorry, no can do. There's no way I'm going back on my word.
Damn it! You're such a hassle to deal with, Heather!
There's no way that the two of us can look after Andy like this. We don't even want him around because he's not a cute little baby anymore.
Mom, what? How could you say such things about me? What do you mean? You don't want me around. You're a fully grown adult now, Andy. You'll have to learn to wipe your backside by yourself already.
Come on, Andy, think about this logically. You're the one that's at fault for all that's happened so far. Hurry up and apologize to Heather.
I can't believe the two of you are ganging up on me! You're supposed to be on my side no matter what! You're my parents after all!
Oh, come on now, Andy. You can't be saying that to your own parents after all that you've done. You did the exact same thing to Kevin, you know. How can it be okay for you to just hurt others, but not okay for others to hurt you? It's always a two-way street. You can't simply go around hurting others all while thinking that you're invincible or something.
No, please! I promise I won't do such a thing ever again! So please, let's just get back together!
You mean you can't anymore, right? There's no way you're getting any more action from anyone ever again. It's no one but your own fault that the top half of you decided to throw away your family, and now your bottom half is going to have to pay for it. That's what you get for being a selfish prick.
Please, please don't abandon me just like that! I swear I'll change!
You can do that in your next life. I don't want to have anything to do with you anymore in this one. Hurry up and sign the divorce papers.
No, I don't want to! You can't make me sign those papers! I'll never sign them! I seriously can't stay here anymore. Your husband's just so childish. Excuse me, I'll be leaving now.
Dad's really gross right now. I can't believe that man's DNA is running through my veins. Ew.
Kevin, don't go! Please, persuade your mom to stay with me!
Haven't you had enough of crying like a stupid baby already? You're not the one that should be crying right now. It should be me. Heather, please calm down. Shut up already. If you keep refusing to get divorced with me right now, you know it's only gonna make things worse for you in the long run after we go to court over this. Then you have to pay me even more money than you originally owe me.
No!
Then hurry up and sign the divorce papers already.
But I don't want to!
Seriously, stop acting like a baby already. If you don't sign the papers by tomorrow, I'll see you in court.
Heather, please wait! Heather, wait! Mom, carry me to Heather!
What?
Hurry up and carry me to her! I need to talk to her! Mom, please!
The next day, I went to pick up the divorce papers, and luckily for me, Andy had signed them. The papers were still wet from his tears, and I could tell he struggled to sign the papers because his handwriting was so bad. All I have to do now is take these papers to the city office, and our divorce will be finalized. 3 months later from that day.
Heather, I heard that your divorce was officially finalized and that you were able to get paid for the damages you were owed. Congratulations!
You too, right? You got paid for the damages from Andy too, didn't you?
Yes, I did, thankfully. Do you know what happened to Andy after the divorce?
Everyone at his company found out that he'd been cheating on me, and as a result, he was fired from his job. After having had paid the damages he owed us, paying for being hospitalized and for the treatments for his legs, apparently he was left with very little to his name. Apparently he's financially really struggling right now.
Are his parents looking after him?
They are. I think that they'll look after him forever now. It must be financially and physically difficult for them, but they have no other choice. His parents originally didn't want to look after him. That's why they tried to make me look after him for them. Who knows how they're treating him at home now. Not that that's any of my business anymore.
This is all I get to eat today?
Yes, whose fault do you think it is that we can't afford more food?
It's all your fault because you cheated on your ex-wife. And you were an accident. You put us all in a tough position.
Exactly. If you have to whine so much, then don't eat the food I prepared for you.
I'm so hungry! Please give me back the food!
If you don't work in this household, you get no more food! From the accident, many months went by, but Kevin and I are still in touch with the widowed husband, Aaron. It seems as though he's been able to regain a little bit of his happiness back.
Wow, look! The branch is moving.
That there's a caterpillar!
Oh wow, I didn't know caterpillars could look like that. It looks so unique. It's so cool.
Kevin seems to have taken a really good liking to Aaron. Aaron takes time out of his day to investigate insects with him. It's nice to see the two of them getting along.
By the way, have you ever thought about becoming part of our family?
Excuse me?
I guess Kevin really likes having you around.
I'd be more than happy to welcome you into our family, Aaron.
Really?
Of course, and I think my mom is fond of the idea too. So how about it? Would you like to become a part of our family?
Does that mean, you know what? It seems like a good idea.
And here's to our new family member.
I feel as though Aaron's going to be a great dad for Kevin. But we need to take things slow, so that's what we'll do. But I'm still glad that we were able to find each other in the end. Trouble Busters.